At this instant, time has stopped for you, and you could remain here 20 or 50 of your earthly years and then return as if you hadn't left. Your physical body would remain absolutely unchanged. But what are these people doing? They exist as well as can be expected, and, as you will learn later, the population density is very low. Death only occurs by suicide or accident. Time is suspended. There are men and women, as well as some animals, who are 30,000, 50,000, or even many more Earth years old. But why are they here, and how did they come to be here? Where were they born? On Earth, they are all here by accident. By accident? What do you mean? It's very simple. You have heard of the Bermuda Triangle? I nodded. Well, quite simply, in this spot and in others less well known, this parallel universe becomes confused with your universe so that there exists between them a natural warp. People, animals, or even objects finding themselves in the immediate vicinity of a warp are literally sucked into it. Thus, you can have, for example, an entire fleet of boats disappear in several seconds. Sometimes a person, or persons, can pass back into your universe after several hours, several days, or several years. More often, however, they never return. When a man does return and relates his experience, the vast majority of people don't believe him, and if he persists, he is assumed crazy. Most of the time, such a person recounts nothing at all, realizing how he will appear in the eyes of his peers. Sometimes too, he returns amnesic, and if he recovers some memory, it is not of what happened in the parallel universe, and therefore sheds no light on the subject. There was, Thao continued, a typical case of this passage into a parallel universe in North America, where a young man literally vanished while going to fetch water from a well which was situated several hundred meters from his house. About an hour later, family and friends set out in search of him, and as there had been a fresh snowfall of about 20 centimeters, it should have been quite simple. They had only to follow the footprints left by the young man. But right in the middle of the field, the footprints stopped. There were no trees around, no rocks onto which he could have jumped, nothing strange or unusual, the footprints just stopped. Some people believed that he had been taken by a spacecraft, but that could not have been, as you will see later. This poor man had quite simply been sucked into the parallel universe. I remember, I said, I did hear of that particular case, but how do you know all about it?